Jocelyn. I'm a special education teacher for 4th through 8th grade at a small school in rural Missouri. I am on my way to work this morning. I got kind of a head start, but then I got behind, but that's okay. So I'll be getting to school about my normal time today. My little one's not with me today, so I'm able to talk and drive. But this week we are finally going to be able to start getting into some actual learning this week. The last couple weeks we've had 3 weeks of school so far. The first week, of course, is going through your procedures and rules, all that kind of stuff. So we did all that the first week, and just kind of some get to know you, especially for my younger students who've never had me before. That would be the 4th grade. The rest of the kids have all had me at least 1 year. Some of them have had me for multiple years. So that's always nice to just go over the rules with them and procedures of the classroom. We had a couple of changes in procedures this year, so it was nice to be able to go over those with all the students. And so then the next 2 weeks we've been doing diagnostics. We use a program called iReady, and we've just been doing our beginning of the year math and reading diagnostics just to see where the kids are at. Everyone in the school takes them, not just my special ed students. And so for us, that really does, for special ed, it gives me kind of a place to see where they really are struggling, what we can work on. The program gives us some really great information on what to do next and what they already know. So we do use that tool to help when we're writing our IEPs. And we also use classroom things because, again, sometimes kids have test fatigue or just get nervous with the test, or it's a long test sometimes for some of my students. So some of them just barely got it done by the end of last week. So we are a 4-day week school, so today is Tuesday, and so I like to check in periodically if I can. A lot of times I don't have time during the school day because I have students in the classroom. I am supposed to have a plan time, but if kids need help, if they need a test read to them, if there's a behavior issue, then I unfortunately miss my plan time. So I think I have 2 IEP meetings coming up this week, so it will be a busy week, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. I know by the time you're seeing this, it's the end of the week, so have a wonderful next week. But here goes the start of week 4. week 4. Today, of course, again is Tuesday, so we had a pretty productive day today. I introduced the planners to the students. The kids really enjoyed getting to decorate them because, of course, that's the fun part. So they got to go through all my planner stickers and got to add different stickers to their planners. They thought that was the most fun part, and we're going to go through the rest of the week just talking about how we use our planner, and over the next couple weeks, honestly, to be able to tell them how to kind of break up larger projects, when to study, and just using our time wisely are some of the things that we're going to talk about in the next couple weeks with our skills of the week. So having those planners are good for them to use for school, but also to use for their personal life, which, and I explained that to them, that they could put in their family's birthdays and when they're going to grandma's and whatever else they wanted to do. So the kids seemed pretty excited about it. That was pretty much our big main focus today. So yeah, end of Tuesday, we're ready for the rest of the week. Today is Wednesday, so it's day 2 of week 4 for us. I just got done with an IEP meeting this morning, and I just got done doing the finishing touches on that. I'm actually getting my plan time today. Woohoo! This is a rare occasion, so I'm excited for that. And so, but today we've been working on our skill of the week, which is writing the date, and then students have been doing some reading comprehension this morning, and then this afternoon we're going to be doing some math, and it's word problems. So that's what a lot of my students struggle with, is word problems. So we're going to work on those together with each of the different age groups. So today is hopefully going to go smoothly. I have another IEP meeting tomorrow and another one Friday, so lots of meetings going on. So I hope you are having a wonderful day. Hello, happy Thursday morning, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. As you can tell, it's darker than it usually is when I leave. I usually leave home. I try to get out the door at 7 a.m. with my little one. Sometimes we're a little bit later than that, but that's all right. And but right now it's 6:34 in the morning. So as you can see, little one is not with me. She is actually home with strep throat. So you gotta love those beginning of the year germies. So thankfully I have not gotten sick yet, so knock on wood if I had some wood, but she unfortunately has gotten sick, so she gets to stay home today. So that means I get to go into work early. So I got up early this morning, got ready, and I'm headed to work. I do have an IEP meeting today, but it's actually in the afternoon at 2:35. So it's a little different because usually we do it in the morning. So we are again headed to school, and it's nice to be able to get some stuff done. Again, people don't sometimes get there until 7 o'clock or a little bit later, so I can actually do my work instead of everybody else's work. Not that I'm really doing everybody else's work, but a questions for me, and so I get interrupted when I'm trying to work on things. When I'm working on an IEP, it's a lot easier if I can stay focused, because I get lost sometimes as far as where I'm at. So it's a lot easier to be able to do it when nobody's around. With my little one being homesick today, it's a lot easier for me to get there and do what I need. I might even be able to stay after school a little bit today and get some stuff done, see how I feel. I am still suffering from basically it's now considered post-concussion, excuse me, that's one of the things that happens, post-concussion syndrome. I got a concussion last year from a student in April, so now I'm still suffering from having really bad headaches and different things like not being able to articulate what I want to say. So I'm still being seen by a doctor for that, but so it's nice to be able to sometimes work longer if I can, but a lot of times by the end of the day I've been concentrating so much that I have a headache that I'm ready to go home and go to sleep. So yeah, we'll see what today brings, and hopefully I can get a lot of stuff done today. I have a lot of things to file as far as data and get that information in, so hopefully it'll be a wonderful and productive day. It is about 6:40 now, so almost to school, and have a great day. Well, my ocean did not stay up. I think there's too much weight on it, so we might have to just put the kids' things up there without an ocean. Boo. As I said, I'm excited to get to school early so that I can get stuff done, because usually people have questions for me. So I'm at school. It's only 6:54 right now. I got in here around 6:50, whatever. And sure enough, the one other teacher that's in the building right now stopped me to ask me a question. Again, it's no big deal. It's a question she needed to ask me. It didn't take very long. She just had a question about something. But again, that's why I like to be able to get here early and get stuff done, is because, yes, when I'm in the building, I usually get questions asked. So again, it's part of the team. It's not a big deal. But this is why I like to have time alone to do my work. So for these first couple of weeks, this has been what we have written on the board, just so the kids know what they're doing. So I have finally gotten it to where we're going to transition to doing it where it is on their Chromebook, so that they'll know what they're supposed to do without having to ask. So this is a starting point slide is what I'm calling it. So they have to do their 2 check-in forms, then their skill of the day worksheet, then number 3 is whatever their assignment's going to be, then of course any unfinished work for me, then missing assignments from other class, and then if nothing else, the very last thing will be iReady. So I have one for each one of the different classes that we have. So this one is a humanities/reading class. The one that has math has the math worksheet on it for number 3. The writing has what the writing prompt is for the day, so they can know exactly what they're supposed to do and what order they're supposed to do it in. That way, because I have different groups in and out during the same time and sometimes have tests going on. Today I think we have 5 different tests coming in while I'm teaching as well. So this gives them the list of exactly what they need to do in the order they need to do it in. that way they don't have to ask. They can move on to the next task. Good morning. It's finally Friday. Yay! We made it through another week of school. We are at the end of week 4, so 1 month today. Woohoo! Students are getting into their routines, which is great. We're able to we have our diagnostic testing done, so I'm able to actually start doing stuff with my students, which is wonderful. We've done a little bit of writing, a little bit of math, a little bit of reading. Most of our reading right now is just like reading packets for just smaller bits of reading. Soon we will get into our larger reading projects where we're actually reading novels. They're lower level for a lot of our kids just because, again, our reading level is lower, but we try to do something that when we do it as a group, it might be a little bit above their reading level, so that because we're doing it together, we can stop, we can pause, we can read. It does take us a little bit longer to get through the information because of the fact that, again, in a typical classroom, you wouldn't have to stop as much sometimes to explain many things, but that's okay. We get through it and we do what we do. So usually with my 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, we can get through about 3 chapter books a year by taking it just a couple chapters at a time and doing a quiz over it and doing vocabulary. So again, it takes a little longer than you would typically see in a typical classroom, but again, there are a lot of times that we have different things that we have to do on top of that, so I do have to make sure that we're addressing their goals and everything through that novel study. So I have to take a couple extra steps sometimes to put things together for them. So it works. We're fine. But yes, I have an IEP meeting this morning, and then I have a new student coming in on Tuesday, so I have to get stuff set up for that new student, and he is transferring from another school district, so he's starting school a little bit late, so we'll still have to do all the diagnostics on him as well, so he won't be able to jump right in with where we are, but we're going to try to just gauge where he's at first and then go from there. So lots of planning today. Monday, usually we don't have school, but next week on Monday we do on Monday because the teachers have it for our professional development day. So next week's going to be a 5-day work week. So I know most people don't really mind that we have a 5-day week because they're used to 5-day weeks. So, but for us, we're not used to that. So, but at least it's still 4 days with the kids and 1 day that's professional development. So, we'll see what's on tap for professional development. We haven't gotten any information about that yet. So I know we're going to go over some book studies that we did over the summer. People could choose to do one, and then